Hey everyone, and welcome. Today we're diving into a really powerful career upgrade, one that might be a whole lot closer than you realize, making the jump from operations to being a data analyst.
So, let me ask you this. Are you an operations analyst? Do you spend your days deep in the weeds, optimizing processes, tracking everything that moves, and just generally making sure the whole business runs like a well-oiled machine? If that sounds like you, what if I told you that your next big career move isn't some giant leap into a totally new field, but a step you've actually already started taking? And that's really the heart of it. The path from operations to data analyst isn't about starting over from square one. Nope, it's all about recognizing the incredible skills you already have and then just building a few new ones right on top of that super solid foundation. So let's kick things off by uncovering what I like to call your hidden superpowers. This first part is all about shining a light on the really valuable skills you're already bringing to the table, right now in your current job. Here it is, your secret weapon, domain expertise. See, anyone can learn to crunch numbers, but you understand the story behind the numbers. You know the business. You know why things are done a certain way. You know the people. And that context, that's absolutely priceless. Just think about it for a second. Your process knowledge means you can spot something weird in the data from a mile away. You're probably already cranking out weekly and monthly reports. That's the bread and butter of analysis. You're a natural problem solver, always hunting for bottlenecks. And let's be real, your Excel skills are probably legendary. That's the bedrock of most data work right there. You are not starting from zero. You're starting from a place of strength. Okay, so with that amazing foundation in place, the next move is to close the technical gap. But don't think of this as a weakness. Think of it as an awesome opportunity to forge a brand new set of powerful tools for your toolkit. We're going to focus on what I call the 4 essential pillars of data analytics. These are the technical skills that are going to take your domain expertise and turn you into a full-on data powerhouse. And here's your roadmap to get there. First up, SQL. The goal here is to learn how to talk directly to your company's databases to ask your own questions. Next, data visualization. This is about turning boring spreadsheets into beautiful, interactive dashboards with tools like Tableau or Power BI. Then there's programming, maybe with Python. This is your magic wand for automating all those repetitive manual tasks. And finally, statistics. This is how you prove your insights aren't just guesses, they're backed by real math. And look, we've even got some great resources here to get you started. So you've got your existing skills and you've got a roadmap to build new ones. But how do you actually make the jump? Well, believe it or not, the smartest, easiest path is often right inside your current company. We'll call it the internal pivot strategy. Here's a simple 3-step plan. First, find a piece of your own job to automate. Take one of those manual reports you do and build a script in SQL or Python to do it for you. Boom! Instant proof of your new value. Second, ask to shadow the data or BI team for just a few hours a week. See what they're working on. And third, raise your hand for a data-heavy project. Maybe volunteer to figure out why shipping costs suddenly went up. You're not just learning in a vacuum, you're applying your skills where it counts. But okay, what if moving internally isn't an option? Or maybe you're aiming for a job at a completely new company. Well, then you're going to need to forge some evidence. You need something tangible to prove you can do the job. And that, my friends, is where a portfolio comes in. This is how you bring all your new skills together into one amazing project. First, go to a site like Kaggle and find a data set that relates to your background, maybe something in logistics or retail. Then, use Python to clean it up. Use SQL to dig in and pull out some really interesting insights. And finally, build a killer dashboard in Tableau or Power BI that tells a compelling visual story. This project is your proof. It's you showing, not just telling. All right, we've reached the final step. And honestly, it might be the most important one. It is time to rewrite your professional story. It's time to officially claim your new identity as a data analyst. It's all about how you frame your experience. Check this out. The old way might be managed inventory levels and reported to the manager. Kind of passive, right? But the new way? Analyzed inventory data sets using SQL to identify a 10% stock out rate. Implemented a tracking dashboard in Power BI that reduced overhead. See the difference? You're not just saying what you did, you're showing the impact you made. And that impact is real. That new line on your resume isn't just a bunch of fancy words. It's tied to a real business result. In this example, that Power BI dashboard literally saved the company $15,000 a year. Quantifying your impact like that is the most powerful thing you can do on your resume, period. So there you have it. You've seen the path. Recognize your strengths, build your new tools, apply them in the real world, and reframe your story. You already have the most important piece of the puzzle, that domain knowledge. And now you have the roadmap. So the only real question left is, what story will your data tell?